Hello, it's Nigby. In this video I want to have a close look at this. I bought this, what it is a Goso dimple dimple pick set. I bought this several years ago when I was planning on getting into dimple picks, and I'm also planning on making some dimple picks from ejector pins. So I bought this thinking it would be a good idea as a starter thing, just to sort of have a learn at what you need to do in terms of shaping flags and whatever. I think I paid about, I can't remember if it was £7 or £9 for this. It doesn't come with any case or anything. It's got no tensioners in it. It's got a pretty wide variety of really terribly shaped flags as well. Let's have a look what you get in it. So in there, first off, there's these two things. Now I think these are bypass tools for reaching into Euros for catching hold of thumb terms possibly. Anyway, so I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're junk. They're just going to get chucked in a corner and never looked at again. I'm not interested in bypassing locks. I'm only interested in picking as far as lock sport goes. So just let you have a look at those rather than focusing on all of them. What you get is there's some curved flags, and then a series of either flat flags or slightly offset right and left flags. So I'll just take one of them as an example to have a look at. They are absolutely terrible. The shafts are, well, if you look at that, they're not even square because they've got lumps out of them. They're not a straight line on that thing. They're really thick as they stand. Should have brought the calipers out for this video, but I just thought, you also get this this pin vise. So the idea of this is that this part of that just slides into there, and then the whole thing screws up tight, and there you go. You've got a dimple pick. I will say that the handle, as far as the pin vise bit, is really good. It holds it absolutely solid. There's no sort of clickiness or faltering or whatever. I don't like the fact that leaves a big gap at that point there. But I before this video, I have had a quick play around with this. Some of them are not quite as bad in terms of so this bit here, if I lay that against it, you can see the gap that's produced. Absolutely terrible. So anyway, I just thought, in terms of making a video, I thought two things. The first thing is, can I make this set into a working, usable set? So I'm going to have a go at that. I'm going to show you probably how I go about it with sanding and shaping these flags. But let's have a little benchmark to start with. So I've chosen this as my benchmark lock. It's just a standard multi-lock 7x7. Not a hard lock to pick by any standards, but it's got some security pins in there. I don't think it's something that you would pick by accident, but it's not requiring anything sort of special. And I've been having a go with this. Or one of them, I don't know if it was this one particularly, and I just can't pick it with it. The problem being, let's see, put that in there. Put some, I know we're going to get focus on. If you look at that, the whole thing is, first off, it's way too thick to go. It lifts the pins way too high. Then you've got the problem that you've got a square shaft meeting a square corner. So as soon as you start to try and turn the flag, this top corner is grinding against the warding in the lock there. And obviously you're just trying to turn a square corner into a square corner. So genuinely, I have tried. I've really given it a good go, and I cannot pick this lock with this tool. So that will be my first benchmark. I don't know if I'm going to do all of the tools in here because for the most part, that one's a little bit better. For the most part, the flags are near identical anyway, so I'm going to resize some of them. I might have a go at a tooth of hake, one thing and another, but right, let's see if I can make this into a working tool. So hopefully next time I come back, I've done some work on this, and we'll see how we get on. Okay, this is the end result of a bit of work out at the workbench. What have we got? I can just show this. So because I'm working on this the multi-lock 7x7, I've very much concentrated on these two left-facing flags. So I've made two slightly different size flags. One's worked out a bit better than the other. The one on the left was the one that had that very strange stepped flag on it, so that's ended up a little bit curved. This one on the right has turned out a little bit better. Nice, slim, small flag, which where are we? If you consider that it's actually the opposite facing, bring this up so we've got something to focus on. So when you consider that both of those started out similar to that thing there, they haven't come out bad at all. I had a quick play with them. They both do work. As I say, I much prefer this one. It's very similar to a multi-pick number 7. So let's just have a run through and see if we can get that on video with this thing working. So it just goes into the pin vice handle, which we need to loosen off. Tighten that up, and tensioner. So it now slips right underneath these pins really easily. Even though it's I haven't got the shaft round, I've got it oval, sort of. So it turns an awful lot better. There we go, into a full set, and just looking for the counter rotation now. Okay. Okay, so that's got that picked. Now, from not being able to pick it to this point, I think is a major step forward. Just give you a look around that flag as I'm talking. So now I've got the thing working. I'm going to carry on working on some of the other flags. So I've got a couple of opposite flags. I think two of each direction is all that I'm going to do. One thing I don't like though, I found that because this the flag is offset from the center of that's it. So it's slightly weird just getting used to that. Just the rotation is a slightly strange. This cap, unless you hold it, really wang it down, hold it tight, comes loose, and I really don't like this thing how it's the same thickness all the way along, and these ribs, even though they give a lot of grip, I'm not a big fan. So I'm going to have a look and see what I can do with this handle as well. So I'll come back to you when I've had a look at that. But so far I would consider this to be quite successful. And we're back inside. So this is the result of well, that's what I've finished with. I haven't got around to doing any more of the flags. I've just messed around with the handle. I shall take on some more of the flags as and when. Yeah, I think that looks much nicer than it did before. So I've sanded it and got rid of all the ribs. I've got a slight taper to it, so it sits in the hand a little bit nicer. I've adjusted the collet so that come on, focus, so that the gap is much reduced. I don't want to take the gap away completely, because obviously you still need to tighten this down tight to make sure that the flags stay tight, but that's it. So if you've watched this far, thanks so much. I'm just going to finish the video with a few glamour shots of the pick, because it's not really focusing too well. There you go. Final thoughts. Was it worth doing? Absolutely not. It took some considerable amount of hours with the tools that I've got. I haven't got a lathe or anything. If you've got a lathe, you could turn this down really quickly, I would have thought. I still don't like this, the fact that it's offset and it's eccentric. You'd get used to that. If you were absolutely desperate to get yourself some working dimple picks, then, and you had loads of time but no money, then yeah, maybe, because it does work. It works exceptionally well. It works almost as good as, if not as good as, my multi-picks. But it took a long time, and you've still only got one handle. So if you wanted a deeper flag at any point, you'd be stopping to take it apart. Yeah, you might as well just get yourself something a little bit better, like the hook set or whatever. But I've really enjoyed seeing what I can do with it. So anyway, here come the glamour shots.